Hello, and welcome to Audio Heads. This is Geeks Assembled, and today we're discussing Torchwood and the last love song of Suzie Costello. Oh my God. It's about a spaceship, and our girl Suzie Costello, she jumped on board and fell in love with the AI, so that'll mess you up pretty bad. A bit like what happened in Star Trek Picard this week, but just because of Data was there, and just so much good stuff. It was good to hear her. It was good to hear Indira Varma. She's back with all of her characterization of Susie again. And from your Susie to Lee here. Lee, thanks for joining me. And what was your opening thoughts on the last love song of Susie Costello?
Well, the character of Suzie Costello wasn't given much
Well,
chance in the TV series. Episode one, dead. Um, but
that's it.
big Finish. I've brought her back several times now on audio, maybe 4 or 5 times now.
Yeah.
Um, and Suzie Costello is not a nice piece of work. You wouldn't trust her.
Nope.
She's very all for herself.
Mm-hmm.
This one, she goes on her own, say, into the bottom of the ocean, and there's this spaceship. What's been there? Was it 40 years?
Yeah.
Come through a rift in time or wherever, and that's where the story sort of starts. Goes through the quarantine thing, through the
Excuse me.
Orion. Is it Orion?
It's the Orion. Yeah, that's the name of the spaceship.
The AI, the Orion. No other lifetimes but herself on the ship.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, the captain turns up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Um, there's no trust there, but then she sort of softens, sort
So
of
soft. Oh my God.
sort of falls in love with him,
Yeah.
willing to even go back with him when they get the ship up and running.
Yeah.
Um, but of course, there's always a twist in the tail with Torchwood.
Yeah. True.
um, yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, I always like to listen to the ones with Susie in because the characterization of Susie, as I've said, she's not a very lovable character
Nope.
because she'll kill anybody who gets in her way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, but this one, you see the sort of softer side of her,
Yep.
sort of coming through.
Yeah.
Um, but then it's just sort of ripped away from her when she realizes what's going on.
Yep.
Um, yeah, great acting. I mean, there's only how many people in the cast? Is it three people in the cast? Um, Indira, James Backway, who plays Captain Anwar, and Danielle Kazarati, who plays Magda and Orion.
The
Um,
the spaceship and her friend. Yeah.
yeah. There's only three people in the cast, but that doesn't take away from the well, you get the suspense.
Yeah.
The trap. She's trapped on there because of the docking bay is
Has eaten her spaceship, her space or her super suit.
it's been compromised and she's lost the sub.
It wasn't her sub, just her suit.
The suit, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, she was wearing like this single use space suit that's like for zero for vacuums and for like zero G and she brought it down to the bottom of the ocean, and it just got, kind of shredded.
Yeah, it's a good claustrophobic story. It's a bit of a plays with your mind. We're playing with Susie's mind. I enjoyed it. You don't need a cast of thousands in these stories to make something work like this. Yeah, very suspenseful. You're wondering how they're gonna get out of this.
Yeah,
Um, and to see the softer side of Suzie Costello, it was something different.
yeah,
So yeah, that's a good. And it wasn't long. It was what 60 minutes at the most, with a bit of documentary at the end of it. So yeah, enjoyable story. I do like these Torchwood ones because these single Torchwood stories, you take one member or two members of the team and create a story just for them. It's not a full team of the Torchwood. They're usually they're usually
yeah,
they're usually for the box sets where you get the full team. Um, which a new one's coming up soon, where we see Gwen return. So
yeah.
it will be fun. So yeah, so back to you, Susie.
Yeah,
Susan,
she was
Susie.
looking, I know, right? Isn't that fun? She was looking for Torchwood 4,
Mhm,
and she thought they were settled in Iceland, and so this is like on the coast of Iceland.
mhm,
There was like a sort of a black spot on the map, and on the scan, I think that she was doing a scan of the ocean, and she was like, it was like kind of the whole did Torchwood sink thing, kind of like an Atlantis thing.
mhm.
And then this when she went down there to investigate, yeah, her space, her sub. Oh, sorry about that. Her submarine was actually her suit. Oh wow! Wait a second. There we go. And the suit that she was wearing, um, it was like I said, it was designed for outer space, I think. And she was just like, she was scanned. Her
Mhm.
brain was scanned by the spaceship, and it generated an image based on her romantic type, something that was like, sunk into her brain, like all of these figures that she was hot for. And it would be really funny to do that for me. um, Caramel colored, black, long hair, makeup. I don't know what the hell it would be. My type would be so weird. Anyway, um,
I know what your
I,
type would
I'm
be.
I'm glad I'm glad the AI looked at that and was just looking at her mind and stuff, and discovering kind of her personality, and then generated Captain Anwar. And it's kind of like the Love Boat after that. There's all these emotional scenes where there's jeopardy and danger, and then like, where they get these moments where they stare into each other's eyes, and she just like hears his breath or something. It's just so fun. And they're trying to just open the rift. They're just trying to get her to do it, because it's kind of sucked her in. And she, the reason that she was sucked in was because it knew how to get her there.
Hmm.
And so all of these steps that the AI took were kind of ingenious. And well, anyway, the rift is supposedly along the transatlantic ridge, the ridge that runs, that's actually continually separating Lee from me, just driving us apart. Yep. And so, yeah, eventually on the other side, they're gonna run into each other. I, I don't know.
Who knows?
Anyway, it's fun. It's a good story. It's got a lot of character for three actors and like 5 parts. Is it 4 parts? Yeah,
Well, top
it's
hat.
it's pretty stinking amazing. And I love the ship, and I love the Captain Anwar. It's like choosing the name too, you know, out of the ship's history, but you know, also out of her mind. So that was fun. And um I enjoyed the Torchwood feel. Yeah, so yeah, destruction of the ship was sad, but anyway. What are your favorite moments, Lee?
Well,
What's standing out for you?
well, when you to begin with, you realise there's something strange going on when the AI tells Susie, well, near the beginning of the story, there's only one life form registering,
Mhm.
and then they also say the captain appears out from out the trees or somewhere in the nursery, um, and you're thinking, yeah, so there's one life form, but all of a sudden it goes on to you go off on another tangent, and halfway through the story, you forget about that what the AI said, only one life form.
Right? You do forget that.
You do forget that. I mean, they're giving you it straight away at the beginning of the story. There's only one life form. Uh,
Yep.
um, it's when she sort of realizes near the end of the story, when they're about to try and do the rift thing, that there's not enough oxygen in the ship.
Hang on.
For, there's to have for two people. There's just enough for one. So then she starts to figure out, oh, hold on a minute. Who are you? What are you? And then it's all accusing, and the Suzie Costello of old starts to re-emerge again. She was sort of lost, in the as you say, in his eyes, and
His breath.
yeah. But as soon as she sort of realizes what's been on the display screen about the oxygen level not enough for two people in the space confined space of the ship, she started to realize there's something wrong here. And then all of a sudden you flash back to the beginning of the story. There's only one life form. So that was all good. Yeah, and I also like the story where you can see she's warming to him all the time. And then she's debating, when he asks her, "Come with me, we'll go through it together." And she was ready to do that.
Hmm.
So yeah, it doesn't always have to be all action adventure in these stories. Well written, well acted. As Big Finish said, that was it. Is it for the love of stories? You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, this is definitely a love story.
Mm. So
And the
yeah,
fact, I mean, it's got sort of the same it's sort of got the energy of a Firefly story. It's like got the kind of Sequest. The claustrophobia is a bit like Sequest.
But this, I mean, they've done something. What number is this? This is number 71 in the Torchwood
Yeah,
series on audio. But this could have been made for TV.
yeah,
You can just imagine this episode being on TV,
yeah. You could.
and with all the underwater scenes and the
Yeah,
lighting. Uh, so if they ever do make TV adaptations of any of Big Finish's audios, this one's up there, I would say.
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah.
So
The AI the AI would have to be played by somebody really really attractive, for like I'd say Idris Elba or somebody like that. Yeah.
oh, you've just given away your type.
Yeah.
We know what your type is. Khaki green, mustache. Say no
Yes.
more.
Say no more.
That's good.
Oh my gosh. I also thought that there was the part where she first goes into the nursery and she realizes that this spaceship has been growing plants, and they're extraterrestrial plants. And that was fun. And like her interest in all of these things, she digs in and she just gets, you know she's a bit geeky, and that's just fun.
Yeah.
That Yes, she's self-absorbed, and yes, she's only in it for herself. Oh, come on, stick with me, camera. It's just my connections. It's just this little hub here. It's just annoying. The minute I touch anything, it just shuts off.
Just
Um,
put some tape around it or whatever it is.
yeah, something like that. The but the response but her responding to him in such passion was great, because that you know uh um all of the other characters in Torchwood got their time to have their romantic leads, their romantic snog fest, their casual intergalactic sex with creatures, Yanto with his cyber chick in the basement, and Sachijugo was with her, finding out that she's kind of a little queer, and she's all gay for that lady, and like that was fun. And yeah, it was just the whole there was just so many good sexy bits in Torchwood, and this would have been Suzie's sexy bit.
Yeah, I mean,
You think that they would have shown them having sex?
well, they did have sexy bits in Torchwood.
No, but do you think that Captain Anwar and Suzie would have gotten
You never know.
busy? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. You say you've got the romance, but then you've got the horror as well in this of when she discovers the cylinders, tubes with
With
body.
the bodies in there, right?
When she discovers that they're making bodies in here from the DNA of all the people what have been here. Because as it's revealed that that she's not the first one to go down there. So,
Right.
but the take DNA. So, what is it through the as they enter the place?
With that spray cleaner, that disinfection.
In that part, they get the DNA. They do this, they do that. They get the memories. you know? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, when she discovers those bodies and it's like the sort of like a translucent body, she could see inside the organs, and the shock on her when she finds that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you've got the romantic element, you've got the horror element, which Torchwood does so well.
Yeah, they do.
So yeah, great story.
So, what would you give this out of 10?
Well, so being a great claustrophobic story, you say you're stranded in a sea base sort of thing, a ship, and the twist element of this, yeah, I've got to give it a 10. I've got to give it 10 love songs out of 10. I think
Nice.
enjoyable.
And yeah, I agree with Lee. I'll give this 10. I'll give this 10 baby trees out of 10. I think that they really do they do really know how to write sexy, and they know how to write horrible, and they know how to write for these these other parts of science fiction.
Mhm.
And this one, had those other things that made it feel quite different. And then her presence was even if they would have done it with another one, I don't know. Yeah, I think that Suzie was great in this, and so I'll give it 10. And I would encourage them to maybe aim this one for TV eventually.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
there is so many of the Torchwood audios. What you think when you're listening to them, you think that would be, okay. You can use your imagination to visualize, but you think, yes, that would work well on TV.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Yep. And so all of that to say that we'd like to thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Oops, dang it.
Ding
Hit
it.
the bell. Hit the
Ding
bell,
it.
turned off my fucking camera. Anyway, let's see. Do message Lee, tell him that you want to be part of this, and also get in touch with us on social media. We're on Facebook. We've got a group there. We got a Twitter account, and we got a Tumblr. We got everything but a TikTok, I think. And Lee would love to have us expand a little bit. So do let him know. All you got to do is be 18 or over because of Torchwood. Mostly Torchwood is something that is, if we're talking about a lot of sex and stuff.
Sometimes we review a movie or whatever. What's a bit,
Yeah, borderline rated X. We got to do this. We got to do this thing where we're taking care of the people who may not be of 18. So just got to be 18. Have a device that works, Zoom, camera, microphone, even if your camera shuts off all the time.
I was just going to say.
Sorry about that. And please do, enjoy our podcast and have fun sharing them widely. And yeah. Join us later this week. We're reviewing Black Adam. So yeah, just a great week of geeky stuff. And thanks, Lee.
Pleasure.
Yeah, we'll be back very soon with another video.